Hello everyone, Meteorologist Carly Smith here. We are talking about not the easiest Thanksgiving week forecast, but it's a fun one. And so hopefully everyone is prepared and ready for the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Congratulations to those of you that are already off work and school. For the rest of us, I'll be working all week long, so I'll be right there with you if that is also you. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, one of the things I'm most excited to tell everyone is we've got sweater weather. Yeah! Isn't that exciting? Our turkey is looking cool in his sweater. It's a little oversized for him, but yeah, sweater weather is in the forecast, especially early in the mornings. Now, this is going to play a role in any of the turkey trots. So Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, both are looking rather chilly. And then those temperatures will warm up a little bit, but not much, actually. We're looking at staying in the 60s those 2 days. So still right now trending dry, but we'll get into some of the finer details on this Facebook Live for anybody that's watching. You're curious. So that's your Thanksgiving forecast. Now we'll go back to today. It's a gorgeous day. Hopefully you have time to enjoy it. This is like the perfect weekend forecast for everyone that's out of school, traveling, through Texas at least. That's not the case everywhere, but in your day planner, you will see those temperatures warming nicely into the 70s with all of the sunshine. We have officially cleared all the fog out. Also, I want to go back to this. Look at those winds. Oh, those winds are so light. Loving the wind forecast there. So pretty great conditions across the board. There is a chance, this is still starting off this morning, there is a chance we see some fog as we head into Saturday morning. You'll see that here. But with the shift in the wind, the northerly wind, that's going to kind of limit that fog, especially from staying in one place for too long. Now, Sunday, I think we could see another round of some dense fog, more so than Saturday morning. So that's something to keep a close eye on when it comes to fog. Now, let's talk about why we're going to see that wind shift that I mentioned Saturday morning. Yeah, there is a cold front. This is number one, cold front number one, the weaker of the two, that's going to slide through overnight tonight and into your Saturday morning. No major impacts, not really going to impact travel in any way across the state of Texas, just producing some cloud coverage here or there along behind that front rather. So that's what we're looking at. Saturday afternoon looking slightly cooler, the cooler of the two weekend days for sure. Here's your weekend forecast. So 73, partly cloudy. It's not going to be stormy like the beach you saw briefly there before the days rolled in. But Sunday is trending warmer, and here's why. So we'll go back to Futurecast. We've got the cold front moving in Saturday, this warm front. So that front is going to stall and then lift back to the north as a warm front. This system is going to provide some storms across Oklahoma, and then we get some into North Texas on Sunday. It's mostly going to be between Dallas and Oklahoma City, not a whole lot of rain south of Dallas on Sunday, and that's going to be around midday. So around lunchtime. Then as the front continues to push to the north, our temperatures will warm, and then the next cold front's on the way. So most of the rain is going to be across East Texas with this front, but there is trending a little bit more moisture with the passing of the front. Let's go back. I just like skyrocketed, zoomed through that. So let's go back a little more. There we have it. So as the front is moving through Monday night into Tuesday morning, there's a chance for a little bit of rain to come into play. It doesn't look like a lot. Most of it will be while you're sleeping, and we do dry out pretty quickly behind the front. So this model still keeping a little bit of cloud coverage, but by Tuesday evening we are nice and dry, and we are cold heading into Wednesday morning. So yeah, I think we'll fall into the 40s. The model data I'm using in particular doesn't have us doing that, but I definitely think we'll be in the 40s Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. So this is the model that I've been sticking with. It's been more consistent over the last few days. This is the European model with high pressure to our north. It is going to try to start to increase cloud coverage on Thursday, but it's not really going to be enough moisture to bring in rain. Now, if we, hey, Arturo, what's up? If we take a look at the other model, if you were watching First Edition, you might have seen me use this a couple of times in the morning. Just a heads up, there is some model discrepancy heading into Thanksgiving that it just means we're watching, not worried about it this time. But just with full transparency in the data, what the GFS is doing is having a cutoff low actually develop over northern Mexico. So that low, as the front slides through, so the cold front would be more like this and weakening. And as it does so, the low would develop on the back end of that front and kind of cut off from the rest of the trough. And essentially that low would then move up into Texas. And this isn't a totally crazy scenario, but I'll show you why I'm not buying in on it, at least not yet. But there it goes. It would be out by Friday and we wouldn't have to worry about anything. So one low that both models are showing is this one coming in. That would provide snow to the northern plains and Colorado and into Nebraska. Let's see what the European model is doing before I close this. So yeah, it has the snow. That's not going to impact Texas. No one get excited about snow down here. Just in case anybody is traveling that way or you know anybody that will impact returning travel and possibly planes that may end up in those states before they come to where you are. So that would be something we're keeping a really close eye on heading into the following weekend, not this weekend, is this snow that could play an impact on travel. Let's just, for curiosity's sake, I don't know if the European model goes 10 days out, but okay, so this is Friday. The snow would then kind of move into the Midwest Saturday and Sunday. So definitely, I would definitely be prepared for travel impacts across northern states and even the southeast. That could potentially wind up being some severe weather, depending on how this low plays out. So that's something to keep an eye on for travel purposes. Not seeing a huge impact in South Texas. It looks pretty dry for us. So that's kind of the difference between the European and the GFS. I feel like I'm not sounding very excited about this, but Nora says, I'm really loving this weather. Thank you for your forecast, of course. This weather has been so perfect, y'all. Like, I just love these days. Now, I'm not getting a lot of sleep because I'm enjoying my day, but it's been perfect. Snow all the way down into the mountains of Mexico. I don't think there was snow in New Mexico. That was mostly Colorado. Rain in the mountains in Mexico. New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico might get some snow, so ski resorts up that way. Probably the northern ones, like maybe Taos and Angel Fire, would get more snow than the southern ones. But yeah, New Mexico getting in potentially on that snow next weekend. So not this weekend, but the following weekend after Thanksgiving. That's the wrong one. So this is now, oh wait, I changed the cloud coverage. So the GFS has a little bit of snow in New Mexico Saturday. It's faster. It has more impact Saturday than Sunday on the GFS. And it's pulling up the moisture with that cutoff low. So it's going to be kind of ahead of the cold front. Versus the European doesn't have that cutoff low, so it's a little bit behind the GFS. So that's the reason behind the differences. I'm leaning more toward the European output. Yeah, New Mexico. I figured once I looked at the weather, that's what you meant. But yeah, so overall, one of the reasons I'm not buying into the rainfall is Well, first of all, with our first cold front, or second one, not the first one. The first one will definitely be dry. The second one has a low chance to bring us a little rain. But notice we're not seeing a ton of green, and the dry air filters in really quickly. So we have kind of a slim window as the front is passing through for a little bit of rain Monday night into Tuesday morning before you wake up most likely. And then that will move out and hang out in the Gulf. And then this, I believe, is the GFS model. Let me double check that. Yes, so this is the GFS. We're gonna get rid of all of these features. And then I'm gonna draw on the cutoff low. So the cutoff low, so this is, I think the wind is still Euro. Let's make that GFS. That'll really show it off a little better. Maybe, if it loads. There we go. So here's our trough. Okay. Here we go. As it catches up. Here's our cutoff low right here. And it's going to move north. Notice there's no green associated with this low. It's still overall pretty dry. Now there's a little bit more moisture, but it's still on the drier side in terms of the available water in the atmosphere. So with that being said, I'm not very confident in rainfall. Where I would be more confident is going to be up as it moves into Louisiana. That would be a more likely scenario. But overall, not the easiest forecast, especially with the GFS kind of starting to trend more toward wanting to produce some rain on Thanksgiving. But with that being said, the European has been pretty stable. It hasn't really fluctuated back and forth. The GFS kind of showed this scenario once yesterday, then it went back to kind of match the European, and now the last two model runs, it has been fairly consistent with the cutoff low. But yeah, overall, I'm not buying in on it, at least not yet. So for the Thanksgiving forecast, still looking like 60s during the day, upper to mid 60s, 48 early in the morning, so it will be a chilly start. Yes, I put there's a low chance for showers, but overall I'm still trending on the drier side for your forecast. So in the 7-day forecast leading up to Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, more sun than rain at this point, nice and chilly, windy Tuesday. So as the front moves through, I mentioned there's a slim chance for rain. The bigger issue is going to be those northerly winds that move in with the front. Let's check them out. So we want this to be Monday to Thursday. So Monday ahead of the front, southeast winds are pretty light. And Monday evening, the northeast wind picks up. And so we're talking, these gusts are sustained. Gust. So we're talking gust of 35 miles per hour. I think we could easily see some gusts 40 miles per hour. This is behind the front. So we have northeast winds by Tuesday morning. We're still talking 35, 40 mile per hour winds through early afternoon. By the evening, things start to calm down a bit, but still breezy into Wednesday night. But by Thursday morning, things are much calmer, so Thanksgiving isn't looking nearly as windy as it is Tuesday. Tuesday will be our windiest day, and then Wednesday a little less windy. But overall, the biggest travel day, Wednesday is looking pretty clear across much of the central country. Here's our travel forecast. So Okay, this one is showing the GFS, but I think the wind is showing the Euro. So Wednesday, pretty clear. Where you might run into travel issues Tuesday into Wednesday is definitely going to be the Northeast and the Eastern Coast. And then as we head into Friday, it's going to be more Denver, Omaha, and so forth. So that's where we're going to see the big travel issues, is especially where there's snow. And the good news is travel conditions look pretty mild across the Lone Star State. So that's all we got. Thanks, Paula. That's all we got for this Facebook Live update. Don't forget, you can always check the forecast on our app. It's the KIII TV app. Search for it in your app store or go to kiiitv.com/app. Thanks for watching, y'all, and have a terrific Thanksgiving. We'll have more